why. Tell me why. We're having the conversation right now.
You might want
fuck whoever we're talking about. We're talking about right now. We're having the conversation. Why is championships a part of the conversation?
Yo, what's the word? Man, McCants barking up the wrong tree. He keep trying to get Kenyon to explain himself, and Kenyon just wasn't having it. And McCants wasn't backing down either. Hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Let's get into this.
Didn't see him play.
That's great.
But I can put him in the top 5 and still have Nikola in it.
And that's why I said.
And give me your list.
And that's why I said. And this is why I said.
So Nikola's better than Joel Embiid?
Having a better.
Yes.
And having a better NBA career.
Yes, Nikola is better than Joel Embiid. Yes.
Having a better NBA career, meaning you was healthy enough to have a longevity career versus somebody who could have been better and had a short career, right? So when Shaq makes the argument of better than Nikola, his stats, 3 MVPs is going to outweigh 1, but these championships is going to outweigh his 1. Then from there, it's just an argument. But if we had to pick one,
yes, we know where we're going.
We know what we're going with.
How does
where you going? We're gonna go Shaquille fucking O'Neal.
Who you having a conversation with, Rashad?
So
that's why.
So why? Why does that?
It depends on who you're having a conversation with.
Tell me why. We're having the conversation right now.
You might want
fuck whoever we're talking about. We're talking about right now. We're having the conversation.
My conversation is dominant.
Why is championships a part of the conversation?
But listen, better career and a better player is 2 different conversations, man.
Okay. So why y'all mixing the conversation? Because you just said championships and then MVPs, and if he gets this, he gets that.
We went about players.
Yes.
We said players.
I just listened to everything.
We said players. We said I didn't mention not 1 championship or anything when I mentioned
no MVPs.
I didn't mention none of them either.
So you just mentioned stats.
I said players. No, I didn't mention no stats.
He going off of players.
I didn't say nothing about no fucking numbers.
Okay. So what are we talking about?
I said players.
So what are we talking about?
Top 5 centers.
Top 5 centers.
He said, "What's your top 5 centers?" I gave him top 5 centers. No championship, blocks, steals.
Okay.
Fucking
so why is Joker in the top 5?
Because I put him there. He asked me on my list. Right.
Man, first of all, yes, Jokic is better than Joel Embiid. And maybe Embiid could have been better, but availability has been an issue. And Kenyon, right? That's his list. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with it, but he has every right to make whatever list he wants. What I don't understand is why people ask you for your top 5, you name your players, and then everybody wants to argue, like their pushback is going to magically change your opinion. It doesn't. Your criteria is your criteria. You can choose whoever you want based on whatever standards you're using.
I'm asking why is he there?
Because he asked what Kenyon Martin's list is, and my top 5 center list is that. So you give your Rashad McCants list, and that's going to be your fucking list.
But I'm going to tell you why I got my guy. I'm going to tell you why I have Shaq here and not have Nikola here. I want to tell you why.
Just give us our list.
You don't have the answer. You don't have the answer. We don't have the answer. We don't have the answer. There is an answer.
Give us your list.
There is an answer. But you don't have the answer.
He don't have the answer.
No, I do have the answer.
Let's go. Give us your list.
Oh, Zach is a better player. I have him in front because he's a better player.
Give us your list.
All the way around.
Okay, give us your list.
Okay.
All the way.
Give us your list.
I don't have a list.
Huh? I think it just said Shaq is an all-around better player than who?
Nikola.
Okay.
He plays defense.
Man, let me get the fuck out.
He plays defense
all around.
He plays both sides of the ball.
Now, you know
Man shot 40% from the
He
field.
plays both sides of the ball.
What?
Yes.
He plays both sides of the ball.
We all have free throws a part of it.
Defense is half of the game.
You know what?
What is shoot free throws?
Defense.
Hold on. Hey, one at a time, please.
One side of the game.
Well, listen. You know why?
One side. One side.
You know why his argument don't make sense?
Please tell.
None of my arguments ever make sense.
You had Nikola what?
5th.
You had Shaq in front of him, right?
Yes.
Who is he arguing with?
I know. Himself.
Man, that dude just wants to argue with himself at this point. He'll say Shaq is a better all-around player than Jokic, but that's not really the case. And I'm not even saying Jokic is better than Shaq. He's not. But Jokic definitely has a few more tools in his toolbox in terms of playmaking and versatility. Still, I'm picking Shaq over him every single time, any day of the week. And if Shaq had stayed fully locked in on the right path his whole career, he'd absolutely be in that GOAT conversation without question. But yeah, MC didn't even have a solid answer for his own list, yet he's over here questioning Kenyon's like his word is final law.
That's trust him for his team. I know he don't have 5 because all he wants to do
Nobody has answers, though.
He just wants to argue.
Want an answer.
He just wants to argue against our point.
I asked why.
He don't have a 5. So we don't know his 5. He just wants to argue your list.
Yes.
He wants to argue everyone's list because he don't have a list.
Because you don't want to argue my list. So I'm asking the question you don't want to answer.
You just want to hear.
I asked a question you didn't want to answer.
And he said, Shaq,
and then you went, and then you tried to reflect that it was, what about your 5? I didn't. It ain't about. I'm asking you the question.
All right,
if you don't want to answer, just say I don't want to answer.
But we have Shaq in front of Jokic. So what we arguing? What are you asking us the question for?
I had to go at 5th. I had him at 5. Right. The bottom of the list that we was putting together, I had him in the last slot.
Right. So whoever y'all got at 5,
why is he at 5? Why is he at 5 and not at 1?
Playing yet.
Why is he not at 1?
Because his career's not over yet.
There it is.
Simple answer. Because his career's not over yet.
Kareem, Shaq, Hakeem.
Will, and
he got Jokic 5.
And you know why I got him at 5?
Because he's still playing.
Because he's still playing.
That's it. So there you go. You answered.
No more questions. No. I got a serious question. No. I got a serious question.
He's gonna pass them.
This is a serious question. I need to answer.
We don't know.
He can't pass them.
Who?
You think he could pass them?
Who?
Joker.
Yes.
Them people you named.
Maybe. We don't know.
We don't know.
But he's 5 right now.
Hey, you know.
His legacy
They're
is
going to say
not over.
stats are going to.
We can't.
The stats are
We don't know
going
what's
to
gonna
pass
happen.
him.
Nick, you
The
asked one
stats
question,
in which
right?
they said they're not going
Even if
to
he
do.
get another MVP or another,
if he get
another MVP,
3
if it
MVPs,
comes
if he got 3 MVPs and 4 championships, you wouldn't put him in front of nobody else. You keep him at 5.
if he got 4 championships,
Yes, he got 4 more championships.
If you got one more.
I'm just.
it came down to it, and you had the chance to draft Shaq or him.
Shaq.
Still, if with 4 more
Shaq.
championships, all right,
Shaq.
then, thank you. So
Shaq.
why does
Shaq
it
is
matter?
still
Why does it
Why
matter?
the fuck does it
Why
matter
does
if
it
you
matter?
win any?
Yeah, if you still gonna pick Shaq,
you still gonna pick
you still
Shaq.
gonna pick Shaq. It don't
Everybody
matter.
on the
It don't
South
matter
still gonna
when
pick
his
Shaq.
career ends.
You gonna pick
It
Shaq.
don't
I
matter
Shaq,
when
Shaq,
his
Shaq,
career.
Shaq.
It don't matter when his career ends.
There's 5. But there's 5 spots.
Guess what?
There's 5 spots. That
We
was
can
it.
pick
That don't even
we
make
can
sense.
still pick Shaq and Nicole could be number 2. What the fuck y'all talking
Right. It don't matter.
You picking Shaq number 1 though.
Man, yeah. Shaq over Jokic is basically a consensus for most people, especially when you talk dominance, physicality, and peak impact. If you're not picking Shaq, you're definitely going against the grain in a big way, Jack. But that's where the confusion came in. Kenyon wasn't even saying Jokic over Shaq. He literally had Shaq higher at 4 and Jokic at 5. So he already gave Shaq the edge. Jokic just still has time to add to his resume since he's active and stacking accomplishments, so his ranking could shift later depending on how things go. It feels like McCants and Nick just locked into arguing the principle more than the actual list. One of those debates where nobody's really disagreeing on the main point, they just want to push back anyway. But yeah, at the end of the day, Shaq versus Jokic comes down to era, dominance, and preference. And most people are still taking Shaq without thinking twice. Let me know who you got.